An irrigation valve that leaks can be a huge water waster. Slow leaks can be especially problematic because they're often hard to spot. Let's examine how to troubleshoot a valve that may be leaking. Is the water meter showing flow? To identify a slow valve leak, first make sure there's no water running anywhere on the property. Then go to the meter pit and look at the dials. If there's flow, you'll see movement on the display, depending on the meter type at the site. Most water meters will also have a red indicator dial that may show minute movement, even if the numbers are not spinning. This is an indication of a slow leak. This is often referred to as the leak detector or low flow indicator. Is it low head drainage? If there's no flow showing in the meter, a wet area could be the result of low head drainage. This occurs when water in the lateral lines drains out of the lowest sprinklers on a zone after the irrigation cycle ends. Depending on the zone and pipe size, as well as the amount of pipe in a zone, this can be a sizable amount. To prevent low head drainage, most manufacturers offer check valve versions of their sprinklers. When installed in the lowest heads on a zone, they hold water in the pipes so no drainage occurs. Hunter offers sprinklers with integrated check valves as well as retrofittable check valves that can be added to existing sprinklers. Make sure to source the correct part for the sprinkler you're working on. In extreme cases, you could place a Hunter HCV check valve beneath a sprinkler to hold back water for large elevation changes. Is there debris in the valve? To check for debris in the valve or diagnose a problem with the diaphragm, turn off the water to the irrigation system so the valve is not under pressure. Next, take out the solenoid. Then remove the bonnet to access the inside of the valve. Rinse the bonnet with water and look for obstructions in the porting. Remove the diaphragm and check for dirt or debris lodged between the sealing surface and the seat. Next, check the filter screen at the base of the diaphragm. If a clog is present, water may not be able to reach the upper chamber, which could cause the valve to remain open. Rinse the filter with clean water and a small brush. Run your finger along the inside of the valve body around the valve seat. It should feel smooth with no indentations. If the valve seat is damaged, replace the valve body. Look at the plunger area of the solenoid. Hunter solenoids feature a rubber disc that covers the end of the plunger. Make sure it's firmly fixed in place. Check to make sure there's no debris keeping the solenoid from sealing. A small amount of water escaping downstream can keep the valve open, preventing a proper seal. Is there damage to the diaphragm? Check the diaphragm for any nicks, cracks, tears, or other signs of wear. Be sure to check the seating surface, looking for indentations on the rubber seal. A torn diaphragm may cause the valve to remain open. If you see any issues, or the rubber is starting to age and deteriorate, replace it with the correct part. Before reassembling the valve, a best practice is to slightly open the system shutoff valve to allow some water to flow out of the valve body and flush out debris. Be careful not to flood the valve box, which could introduce more debris into the valve. Now that you understand possible causes for a leaking valve, you'll know what to look for if you encounter one in the field. To learn more about our complete line of industry-leading valves for residential and commercial applications, visit hunterindustries.com.